practicing going live on YouTube now instead of Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
So that way I can build my YouTube library, which I think it's more of the library that I want to build, not so much Instagram. So, okay, so we're recording now, just so you know, okay? Just so you know. Okay. Sweet. Okay. All right, we'll see how this goes. All right. Today we're going to do shoulders and neck. Okay, so the whole time we're going to focus on taking the shoulders from this position where we're all at right now. All right, okay. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall, and let's get started for our grounding, our meditation time, our bringing the awareness into your body time. This is the big difference between just doing movement and doing a mind-body meditation, awareness practice. Sitting in an easy cross-legged position, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to start by inhaling your arms up all the way up. Take your palms together and then bring the hands all the way down. Press into the palms. And already we're working on the shoulders. So you can take the elbows back, shoulders down. Bring your arms together. Take a deep breath in. Keep the chest lifted, bow the chin to the chest. Release the hands, palms up to the middle of the thighs. Slowly open your eyes. Take your shoulders back. Lift your head back up to center. Okay. So we're going to start just working on the upper body. If you're comfortable staying seated in an easy cross-legged position, you can stay like this. Otherwise, you can grab a chair. Or if there's a chair handy, a couch, whatever you have, and if you want to sit on a chair, then you can do that, okay? I'm going to go ahead and sit on the chair just in case some of you do that. All right, let's go ahead and sit towards the front of whatever you're sitting on so that way your back is not slumping back. Sit up nice and tall. Okay. And from here, you're going to take your arms up overhead. It's called Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale your arms up. Good, shoulders down away from the ears. So let's already start working on the upper back. The upper back likes to tense up, so shoulders down, arms straight. Take a deep breath in, look straight ahead, and then go ahead and bring your arms up all the way down. Okay, so when you bring your arms up, it's called a flexion of the shoulder. Flex your shoulder all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Look straight ahead. Neck is relaxed, shoulders are down your back. You don't want to have the shoulders up. Shoulders are down your back. Look straight ahead. And now you're going to take the arms back down, and this is also called flexion. Okay. So my bad, this is extension and flexion. Okay. So now you're going to take your arms up overhead again. Inhale, and now you're going to turn your palms forward and bring your arms back down. Good. Turn the palms facing each other. Inhale the arms up. Turn the palms forward. And then bring them all the way back down. Let's move to the next pose. Interlace your fingers, turn the palms out. Good. And already the shoulders, you don't want the shoulders going up to your ears. You want the shoulders down your back. And you want to take the shoulders back in towards behind you. We don't want the shoulders rounding forward. Take the shoulder blades back. That's it. Interlace your fingers, press the palms away from you, and then you're going to inhale the arms up all the way up towards the ceiling. Take your head back, and then your armpits stretch. Let your arms stretch. And now exhale and bring the hands all the way back down. You're going to look at your hands, and you're going to change the interlace of the fingers. Then you're going to turn your palms out. Good. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Right? They like to crawl up. So today's class is all about releasing the neck, the upper back, the shoulders, mid-thoracic. Deep breaths. I find that a lot of us are spending so much time on the computer, on our phones, and I find that the front of the body, the throat is getting tight. So lift your head, lift your chin up, open the front of the throat. And then you're going to take your arms down, all the way down next to you. Okay, now we're going to interlace, no, we're not going to interlace the fingers. We're going to take the palms out, shoulder height. Palms are facing down. From here, you're going to turn your palms up all the way up towards the ceiling so that your little pinky finger is pointing all the way up. So hopefully you feel that rotation happening through your triceps, your biceps. So rotate the arm up. And now I want you to take the skin underneath here, the triceps, and I want you to squeeze them in towards your arm. There you go. So you're using the triceps to hold up the bones. Then you're going to take your arms up way back behind you, and you're going to lift the chin up ever so slightly and take the arms way back. Now turn the palms down and bring the arms way down. Okay, so hopefully we got a little bit into the anterior body. Okay, now let's go ahead and take the arms up shoulder height again. Turn the palms up towards the ceiling. And then from here, take the hands way back behind you and take the arms back evenly. My right arm can go more, so I got to make that left arm exactly work evenly. Lift the shoulders from the bottom tissue. And then from here, you're going to turn the palms down and take the hands all the way down. So we're going to put all of those actions together. You're going to have the palms facing your body. Inhale your arms up. Turn the palms away from you and then take the hands down. Go all the way down. Inhale the arms up. Palms are facing each other. Squeeze your shoulder blades down towards your waist. Maintain that. Turn the palms down and take the palms all the way down. Now we're going to reverse that. Turn the palms away from you. Good. Inhale all the way up towards the ceiling. Palms face each other. Turn the palms towards away from your face, and then bring the hands all the way down. Turn the palms out. Inhale the arms up all the way up towards the ceiling. Turn the palms forward. Go shoulders down away from the ears. Good. And bring the palms down. So we're going to do this one more time. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Pin the shoulder blades in towards each other. Squeeze the shoulder blades in towards each other as you move the arms, the bones of the arms. One more time. Now we're going to go back to that first one. We'll bring the arms up in front. Inhale. Now pin the shoulders in towards each other. Turn the palms away. Pin, squeeze the shoulders in towards each other. Good. And release. Very nice. Now you're going to take your hands behind your back and you're going to clasp onto your wrist. So remember which wrist is on top and which one's on the bottom. And now take your elbows back. Good. And lift your sternum up. Keep lifting the sternum up and keep squeezing the shoulder blades in towards each other. Couple more breaths. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades back. Look straight ahead. Okay, go ahead and release. Now remember which hand was on top. Go ahead and switch. Make that hand on the bottom and up with the other hand on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades in towards each other. There you go. That's it. Take the shoulders back, head back, and release. Now we're going to go for reverse Namaskarasana. So reverse prayer pose. Let's start by just taking the shoulders back, elbows back, and put the fingers together. Then see if you can put more of the fingers together. See if you can put the palm together. And you can start moving your hands up your back if you can. And if this is not accessible, and if you're here, just stay here. This feels really good on the wrist. Now take your shoulders back, elbows back. Go ahead and maintain that. Don't let them drop forward. Shoulders back, elbows back. Keep squeezing the palms of the hands in towards each other. And if you're able to put the hands together, start moving the hands up the back. And press the pinky side of the hand into the body. And that feels really good on the wrists. Stay here a little bit longer. Take the elbows back evenly. Oftentimes, one shoulder, one elbow will go back faster than the other. There it is. Keep looking straight ahead, sternum upwards. Use the hands on your back to push your chest to lift upwards towards the ceiling. There you go. Good job. Good. And now you're going to release the hands and stretch your hands up. Okay. Let's go ahead and take the hands, interlace the fingers again. Turn the palms out and stretch the wrists. Keep the hands right in front of you, and the shoulders like to round forward. So take those shoulder blades back, keep the abdomen in. We don't want to dump into the low back. Keep your abs in, shoulders back. Good. Keep breathing. And now go ahead and take the arms up all the way up again. See if you can feel a little bit more stretch into the wrist, forearms. Shoulders down, away from the ears. And go ahead and release. Now, if you have a belt handy, go ahead and grab that. If you don't, that's okay. You're going to need a belt. And you're still seated in your seated position. I just moved around so that you could see my back. Awesome. Now from here, we're going to inhale the right arm up, all the way up towards the ceiling, and back down. Okay. This pose, we're going to reach towards the back of our bodies, and we're going to grab onto the belt, and eventually we'll be able to bring the hands closer together and eventually clasp the hands. But let's just start with, let's just getting the hands to the belt. Okay. If you're on your chair, you want to have your knees pointing straight ahead. Your toes are pointing straight ahead as well. Let's go ahead and inhale your right arm up. You're going to bend the elbow and grab onto the belt. Then you're going to abduct your left arm, so move the arm away from your body. Turn the thumb down, bend the arm behind, and now you're going to grab onto the belt. Once you're there, walk the hands in towards each other. Get them as close to each other as you can. Now, if your chest has rounded, if the neck is squeezing and tensing, let that tension go. And now you're going to take your right elbow and you're going to pull it up towards the ceiling. Good. Make sure your hips are squared, your knees are squared still. Good. And then you're going to take the bottom shoulder, that left shoulder, and you're going to take the shoulder blade in towards your spine. So that moves the elbow back, but you're moving from the shoulder blade. Move the shoulder blade in towards the spine. That's it. And now see if you can grab a little bit closer towards each other with the hands walking down the belt. And again, squeeze that right elbow upwards. Feel the stretch all the way down into the right hip, into the right anterior belly. Good. And I take this left shoulder and move it way back in towards the spine. The neck is relaxed. Now you're going to let go of the belt. You're going to stretch your right arm up. You're going to stretch your left arm down. And we're going to bring them all the way back down. Right? Okay, yes, you would feel it on that left shoulder. Take your belt over to your left shoulder. Okay, now take your left arm and you're going to inhale and you're going to bring the arm up all the way up into your ear. Keep the arm nice and straight. Now turn the palm away from you, towards behind you, the other way. Yes, exactly. So the palm is facing towards behind you. Then you're going to bend the elbow. There you go. Good job. Now take your right thumb down. Bend the elbow and take the right hand behind your back. Grab onto the belt and reach your hands as close to each other as you can. Now go back to the base of the pose. The toes are pointing straight ahead. The knees are not knocking in towards each other. They're pointing straight forward. Good. Lift your inner ankles up. That's it. And take your left shoulder way back. Take your right shoulder blade in towards your spine. So visualize your right shoulder blade moving in towards the spine. And that does take the right shoulder and rolls it backwards. Now see if you can grab a little closer towards each other. Your hands behind your back towards each other. And see if you can move that left shoulder up, the right shoulder blade in towards your spine. Good. Now you're going to release the belt. Stretch your arms, and now we're going to do something different. Stretch both of your arms, shoulder height. Turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Stretch the arms behind you. So hopefully that stretches out this right side. Turn the palms down towards the floor. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other and take the arms down. Okay. Good. Now we're going to do that action again, but without the belt. Let go. In fact, we can just get rid of the belt. We're going to move the arms in this neat little like spiral action, okay? If you can't clasp, that's okay. Just reach. Remember where the belt was. So you can take your back hand and put the fingernails into the back, okay? All right, let's go ahead and inhale the right arm up and take the left hand behind you. There you go, wherever you reach. Now pretend like you're grabbing onto that belt and take that left shoulder blade into your spine. Take that right shoulder blade up towards the ceiling. Good job. You don't need belts sometimes. Now see if you can get the fingernails to touch. See if you can see the fingertips to touch. Deep breaths. Couple more. Take that bottom hand and walk it up your back. Keep taking that bottom hand up the back. Okay, couple more breaths. Keep moving that left shoulder blade in towards your spine. Now you're going to release the hands from behind your back. Take the hands shoulder height again. Turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Take the hands out behind you. Let the head go as well. Relax the neck. Turn the palms down and release. Good. Let's go ahead and do the left arm up towards the ceiling. Take the right thumb down and behind the back as you bend the top elbow at the same time. Good. And now see if you get a little bit closer. Any amount. Take the right shoulder blade into your spine. Take the left hand down the back. See if you can clasp or even just touch the fingers to each other. Keep taking that right shoulder blade in towards your spine. Couple more breaths. And now you're going to release the hands one more time. Unwind. Take the hands shoulder height. Right? One arm is always a little bit tighter. Take the palms up and take the hands way, way back behind you. Good. Get into those spaces that felt achy. Turn the palms down and release. Inhale the left arm up. Take the right arm up, thumb down. Bend the elbow. Crawl the hand way up as you bend the top elbow and clasp your hands. And oh, my hair is stuck. Toes are pointing straight ahead. Knees are pointing straight ahead. Make sure you're nice and even. Take that right shoulder blade in towards your spine. Couple more breaths. Knees pointing straight ahead. And now you're going to release both hands one last time. Take the hands shoulder height. Turn the palms up. Stretch that right shoulder, right arm. Feel the nerve getting open, getting some open space. Turn the palms down and release. Yes, when you're feeling it through here, we're getting the humerus bone off of the chest, back into space, into its spot in this joint. We're on our chairs, so we're going to take the palms and we're going to turn the palms so the fingernails point behind. And you're going to put the hands on the chair. There you go. And you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other. Good. So feel the stretch into the front chest. And if you can, I'm just going to move the chair. And if you can, turn the hands all the way and try to straighten the elbows as much as you can. Move your feet a little tiny bit forward. Make sure that the feet are underneath the knees. Very nice. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other and rotate the upper arm away from you. There you go. Now think of your ribs, the side ribs, lifting upwards. That's it. Lift those ribs up even more. Good. A little bit more evenly on both sides of the ribs. And release. Okay. Now, let's do the next pose. It's cow face arms. Cow pose, cow face arms. Gomukhasana. You're going to start by taking your right arm across, your left arm on top. You're going to bend the elbows And you're going to take the palms of the hands in towards each other. If that's not possible, you can take the back of the hands in towards each other. Or stretch the fingers up. Yeah. Or let's just start with one arm. Ready? Left arm. And just take the left arm all the way across. Keep the right arm bent, fingers pointing straight up. There you go. So you're going to feel the stretch into the left shoulder and relax the left shoulder down away from the ears. Left shoulder wants to crawl up. Take it down. That's it. And be firm with the right arm, right elbow. Now you're going to bend the left elbow and then come out. Take the left arm across. Take the right arm on top. Bend the elbows. Good. Get that right arm all the way to the crease of the elbow. Wherever it can go. Then from here, the right shoulder likes to crawl up. Don't let it go. Up there. Move it down. I feel like I'm using this part of my arm to push downward. There you go. Oh, my shoulder just like I'm pressing here to brace myself. Good. Let's practice bending the left elbow towards your face. The right elbow. Good. Good. There it is. Now let's go ahead and release both elbows and bring the hands out. One more time. Right arm on the bottom, left arm on top. Get the elbow all the way across. Now, take the left elbow and bend it. There it is. Look at that. Good job. Good job. Shoulders away from the ears. Belly in. Deep breaths. Couple more breaths. Now that you got there, it feels so good. You can maybe feel the stretch across the scapulas, across the back. Good. Now release the elbows, release the arms. One last time. Left arm down, right arm on top. Get that arm all the way over. Okay. Without dislocating your shoulder. Now, press the outside of the right shoulder downwards. Bend the right elbow and take the right hand out towards your face. Good job. And now squeeze those elbows in towards each other to get the forearms to wrap around. Almost there. And release. Good job. Take the arms up, shoulder high, turn the palms up. Take the arms behind you. Feel the nice stretch. Keep taking the pinky finger up even more. The pinky side of the wrist turns up to, there it is, turns up towards the ceiling, and you feel the entire rotation of the arm, the humerus arm. The upper arm, it's called the humerus. Upper arm bone is called the humerus. Take the palms down and release. Okay. Now we're going to take this to the wall. If you have a wall or if you have a kitchen counter, those would work. And the post goes like this. You step into the wall. Move whatever you don't need out of the way so that you don't fall or trip. And you're going to step into the wall. Notice how I keep my arms shoulder height. Then I step back into a nice 90-degree stretch. And I feel a nice stretch into my front body. So I pretend like this is the wall. I step into the wall, shoulder and hands in alignment. Then I step my feet back. I keep my arms nice and straight. Then I take my hips way back behind me. So I'm pretending like I'm pushing into a wall. You have your hands on the wall. You have your hands on the counter. You have your hands on the back of your couch, something that's high. That's it. And you keep taking your hips way back behind you. Stay in the pose I come out just so that I can move, show from another angle. And I keep sending my hips way back behind me. And I keep lifting my head so it's in alignment with my shoulders. Deep breaths. Feel the stretch into the armpit, into the arm. Keep breathing. Now look up between your hands and step your feet forward and release the hands off of the wall or off of your chair, your couch, and look straight ahead. Feel how much broader you feel across your chest. Feel how your back body is contracting to lift the front body. Very nice. We're going to do that again. I'm going to pretend like this is my wall. So I put my hands on the wall, or I put my hands on the chair, couch, kitchen counter. Then I step my feet way back. I stretch my arms. Now, I have my toes pointing straight ahead. And my feet, my ankles, my hips all line up. I don't have my hips behind me. I don't have my feet behind me. Everything's lining up. So take your time. And if you need a mirror, that's okay. You can grab a mirror for your practice next time. Deep breaths. Now lift your head up. Squeeze the shoulder blades in towards each other. Feel your back body activate. Stay in the pose. Step your feet forward and come on up. Now, you want to aim for a shape that looks similar to this, to a 90-degree angle. So if you're kind of right here, that might not be the pose. So what I would do is, so if you're like here, I would not be, you can use the wall. But what I would do is I would step my feet back way more and see how I got longer through my torso. I got longer through my chest. So visualize that 90-degree stretch. Your arms are straight. Your feet have to move back. Yes, there it is. It's the feet that need to move back so that you can then take the hips away from the wall, away from your chair, your couch, kitchen counter. There it is. And now keep pushing the hips away from your head and take the torso down so the torso is parallel to the floor. There we go. Now, your head is lifting upwards. Your abs are in. Don't let your low back collapse. Don't let the low back be unstable. Good job. Now step the feet forward and come on up. Very nice. Good. Now we're going to work on our balance and on lifting the arms up to help with the balance for challenge. Now, if you have a chair, have that handy and go ahead and have it onto the left side of your body. If you don't have a chair, whatever, put your hand on something if you need balance. You can also have your hand on your wall. All right, let's start with tree pose. You're gonna have your feet pointing straight ahead and your toes pointing forward because your feet are pointing straight ahead. Now, your thighs, the top of your thighs, you want to push them back behind you. That might cause the tailbone to stick out. So you tell yourself, my thighs are back, but now my tailbone moves in. And now you're upright. Now if it moves in too much, then the hips are beneath you. So find that place where you're right in balance. Okay, good. Stay there. Stay for a breath or two. Now, shift all of your weight onto your left leg and bend your left knee a little bit and turn the right knee out. So shift your weight to your left leg and turn your right knee all the way out. so that it's pointing out straight out to the side. Good. Now, if you don't need the chair for balance, you can have your hands on your hips, and we're good there. Now you can start challenging yourself by bringing your leg up ever so slightly. The right foot up onto the inside of the leg, not in the front, on the inside. Now, if the hip starts going out to the side, you grab onto your support and you take the hip in. The hip never goes out to the side. Okay, now that you're there, let's inhale the arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. You can also do half sequence, but your other arm has to lift you upwards. Good job. Now that you're there, see if you can do the other arm. Good. Now, we're going to take the chair and just move it over to the other side. You can also turn around if you can't move your couch or your kitchen counter and just follow my cues, follow my voice for the cues. All right, standing nice and tall. Go back to setting the lower body. The toes are pointing straight ahead. And now thighs move back. The glutes might stick out, so I have to take my tailbone and I have to move it forward, not in. The tailbone moves forward. There you go. And then oftentimes you feel this broadening through the hip flexors. All right. Now shift all of your weight over to your right leg. Take your left knee, bend the knee, and rotate the thigh out to the side. So now your heel is on the inside of your right leg. And stay there. Pause. Take that left knee all the way out. Even more. You're resting on the left ball of your foot. The heel is on the inside of the leg. And you maybe feel your hips contracting, the outside of their left hip. Now don't let the right hip stick out. Keep the right hip in. And now let's start working on the balance. Take the left foot up on the inside of the leg. If you're okay there, keep your hands on your hips. If that's good, take the arms up. You can also do halfsies. But keep taking that left knee, that bent knee back behind you as you square your hips. If you're smiling, that's great. It's a little bit of a challenge. Get that right arm up. If that's a little too easy, fix it. Challenge yourself. Grow like a tree. There. So this is the final pose that I'm showing now. It's easier if you don't wear fabric where your foot can slide. Okay, to come out of the full pose, you take the knee into center and you bring your hands down. Let's do it again. Move a chair over to the other side if that works for you. Otherwise, you spin around. All right, the feet. We don't want the feet too wide because we want the shoulder and the foot to line up, okay? Shift all of your weight over to your left side. Bend the left knee, rotate the knee out to the side, and take the foot off the floor if that's where you were on the last pose. Catch your breath. Your left leg is very straight as your right knee rolls out behind, moves behind you, rotates behind you. If that's good, if you're happy there, inhale your arms up to come out of the pose. Take the hands down, take the knee in, and release the foot. Let's move the chair over to the other side. One last time. Tree pose. Hopefully you're feeling the standing leg truly come alive. Hopefully you're feeling the hamstrings. Are you feeling it? Okay. Bend the left knee, rotate, from the groin, from the root of the thigh. That's it. Now inhale the arms up. Take the leg up. Very nice. Straighten your standing leg. That's it. That's it. There you go. Keep breathing. To come out. Take the hands down. Take the knee forward and release. Stand tall. Feel both of your legs. Standing nice and tall. Feel the broadness of your chest. Stay facing the camera. I'm going to turn around. I feel like I press my arms into my side body, and that lifts me upwards, okay? But we don't want to do too much tension. We just want, it's just this little tiny squeeze against the skin. Think of moving just your skin. There you go. Just the skin lifts up my chest. Very nice. Now remember the broadness of your chest like this as we go into triangle pose. Okay? You're going to move your chair out of the way. We're not going to need props at all. You're going to, if you need to move your mat so that your mat is long waist like so in front of the camera so we can still see, so you can see me. I can't see. Some I can. In some classes I can. I'm going to show the pose first. I am going to have you turn your mat around. So I'm going to show the pose first. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Notice how I clasp my hands behind my back. I take my shoulders back. Then I take my chest down. Then at the last minute, I bring my arms up. Then I come out. Then I go to the other side. I clasp my hands behind. I tilt as far as down as I can. Then I release. And I'm in the pose. Okay? Step your feet. All right, let's do it together. Stand nice and tall in mountain pose. That's it. Visualize triangle. Visualize that broadness of your chest. We're going to take this step by step. You're going to bend your knees. You're going to take your fingertips to your chest. And you're going to open up your arms and your feet at the same time. Then you're going to straighten your legs and your arms. Good. Now let's already turn the palms up. Take the hands behind you. Good. And you can clasp the hands. See that? There you go. So stay in the pose. I'm just going to show my back so you see what you want to look like. Okay. Now, turn your left toes in and your right toes out 90 degrees. Your left toes are in about 35 degrees. Ever so slightly. Now, keep your body squared. Straighten both of your legs. Exhale, take your right body towards your right thigh. That's it. Let go of your hands and put your hand on your shin, ankle, knee, and take your left arm way up. And remember how you were taking the arm back to stretch the front chest. Now you're going to inhale back up to standing. Take your hands to your hips. Turn your feet forward. If you need to rest, you can rest. Otherwise, we're going to go to the next side. Good. Turn the left toes all the way at 90 degrees. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Your arms are out, shoulder height. Take the hands way back behind you. Turn the palms down. Reach back and clasp your hands. Legs are straight. Hips are square. Shoulders are squared. Put more pressure on the outer edge of your foot to lift the inner arches up. You don't ever want to collapse your arches down. On the exhalation, take your left chest as low as it's safe for you. This might be plenty. This might be more. This is enough. Keep square, keep taking that bottom shoulder forward. Then release the hands. either to the ankle, shin, knee. Take your head back, shoulders back. Come out of the pose. Inhale up to standing. Turn your left toes in. Hands on your hips. Step your feet together. Stand in mountain pose. Catch your breath. Good job. Very nice. Okay, let's do the next pose. Wide-legged forward extension, Prasarita Padottanasana. You're going to bend your knees, fingertips to your chest. Step your feet out wide at the same time as your arms, then straighten your legs. Your toes are going to be slightly in, so do a little tiny pigeon toe. Good. Straighten your legs. Take your hands into your hips, squeeze the elbows in towards each other, and then take the chest down so that it's parallel to the floor. Squeeze those elbows in. Lift your upper body to lift your chest up. That's it. Now to come up to standing. Inhale up to standing. Good. Now, by me squeezing my elbows and lifting my back body up by squeezing my elbows, this is what holds me up from collapsing. So squeeze those elbows in. We're going to go in one more time. You're going to do 5 breaths, okay? Prasarita Padottanasana. Use your elbows, use your chest, rolling back like we've been doing to hold your upper body. On the exhalation, take the chest down. Remember all those lifts. Remember when you were clasping your hands behind your back. That's it. And now straighten your legs even more. That's it. 5 breaths total. When you're done with the last breath, inhale up to standing. Almost there. Inhaling all the way up. Squeeze those elbows in to bring your body up to standing. Heel toe your feet together. Bring your feet together. Relax your hands. Good job. Very nice. All right. Let's go ahead and take a rest, lying down on the floor. Woo! Okay. We have 3 more poses. Do you need more? No. We're just lying down on our backs here. Okay. You're going to start with your knees bent, toes pointing straight ahead. Lie down on your back. Now listen to my cues. You're going to take your hands and you're going to turn them down onto the floor next to your body. So your arms are stretched out. Then you're going to lift your hips up and you're going to roll into the top of your shoulders. Do 3 breaths here. Lift the hips up, roll into the top of the shoulders. Your arms are stretched out and you're pushing the top of the arms into the floor. And release down. Next stage, you're going to grab onto the mat, the outer edges of your mat. And now you're going to lift your hips up, push the mat away as you roll your shoulders underneath you to lift your hips up higher. Chatuspadasana. Push the arms into the floor. And now slowly roll down. That's it. Relax your arms. Take the arms away from your body. Be on your back completely. Knees are bent still. All right, so hopefully that worked out well. I'm going to show it one more time if you need to watch. Otherwise, go into the pose. Now, I'm going to show it one more time. I'm going to grab onto my mat, roll my shoulders underneath me, push the mat away, lift up. If this is comfortable and you're able to grab onto your ankles, you can roll your shoulders underneath you and press the heels into the floor, press the shoulders into the floor to lift your hips up. And release. Stretch the legs out, stretch the arms out overhead, up overhead. And now let your body rest. Now for the next pose, we are going to need the wall or the chair, and I'm going to show you with the chair, okay? You're going to rest your shins on the chair, actually, so don't worry about the wall. Let's just do the shins. All right, you're going to grab your chair. You're going to rest your shins on the chair. If you need a blanket for your head, you know that you need a blanket for your head if your chin is pointing way up towards the ceiling, if your shoulders can't rest on the floor comfortably, then you know you need a blanket. You need a little support so that your chin can be level to the ground. Otherwise, just be free. Just let your head find its place on the top vertebrae. And this is a perfectly safe, easy pose to rest your back. If your low back is bothering you, if your neck is bothering you, this pose will address a lot of those issues. Make sure you take deep breaths, deep exhalations, in through the nose, inhaling, exhaling, either out through the mouth or out through the nose, but do a deep exhalation. Ideally, you would want to rest on this pose for about 10 minutes, but for the sake of time, we're going to come out. You can literally just push the chair away if you can, or you can roll into the side, push your body away from the chair, then roll back onto your back and rest in final resting pose. Final resting pose is you on your back. Your arms are down by your sides comfortably, not too close, but not too far. Your legs are stretched out. Your legs are completely relaxed. The toes might roll out to the sides. And now take your right shoulder blade in towards your spine, then your left shoulder blade in towards your spine. And rest. Now I would set a timer for you, for me to lie down on this pose for about 10 minutes. But again, for the sake of the video, I'm going to end the video now. To come out of the pose, you want to bend your knees. If you choose to stay and rest through the video, that's fine. But I'll show how we come out of the pose and how we finish class. Again, feel free to stay and rest. You're going to roll onto your right side or any side. You're going to press up to seated. Then you're going to go into an easy cross-legged position. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hands in front of your heart into prayer position. Thank you, body. Thank you, cells. Thank you, mind. Thank you, heart. Thank you, spirit. The light in me salutes the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this shoulders, neck, gentle movement release. And if you have any questions, you can send me an email or you can text me at 949-264-3955. Thank you. Namaste.